Wait, what? What happened to Gaming 2? What have you done? Oh no, help! Where's Gaming 2? Right here, as Cartoon Do. Hi everyone, it's me, Cartoon Do, and today, welcome to my new channel. If you don't know me, I am Gaming Do, and today, I'm going to basically be doing a Breaking the Ice video, while tomorrow I'm going to release the official sort of schedule for what's going to be going on Cartoon Do. So Cartoon Do is a spin-off channel of Gaming Do, basically focusing on cartoons and animation and stuff like that, and my passion for it. So I'll be showing you my drawings, anything to do with animation, and reviewing cartoon episodes, like episodes from new SpongeBob episodes, new Loud House episodes. Those are pretty much the only two new running cartoons I watch are SpongeBob and the Loud House. So I'll give you those, and I'll review older cartoons, older cartoon movies, new cartoon movies. Just anything to do with animation and cartoons in general will be fair game for this list, whether it's merchandise or whatever. But today I just want to do two things. One, I want to do a review of all four Shrek movies in one video. And then the second part is two things I got, which I will actually go on to my actual camera and film them. One came about a month ago, but the other took a fucking month to come, and it's finally here. So, yeah, let's get started with the review for Shrek 1. Shrek 1 is a great, perfect animated movie. Literally no problems with it. The story is great. The comedy is outmatched, I think, by any animated film ever released. Maybe South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. The story is great. The character development, I think, is phenomenal. How Shrek goes from this ogre who is just heartless, doesn't care about anyone, just wants to be left alone, basically, to this freaking, not saint, but accepts people and basically becomes friends with people. And creatures and stuff like that. So what's the story? Lord Farquaad dumps all sorts of fairy tale creatures on Shrek's swamp. So if Shrek goes on a quest to find Princess Fiona and bring her to Farquaad, he will get his swamp back. Donkey joins him basically, and they have this fun little adventure, and spoiler alert, Fiona basically becomes Shrek's wife in the end. But y'all know how the first movie goes. It's great comedy, it's just great animation, great characters. I'm going to give the first Shrek a 10 out of 10. Next up is Shrek 2. Shrek 2, I think, is almost as good as the original, but not quite. The one problem I have with Shrek 2 is that it tries to be kind of modern and hip for the time, when this movie is supposed to take place a long time ago. But other than that, great comedy again, great story, great characters. Shrek 2 is almost as good as the original. I think I actually like the soundtrack better in Shrek 2 than Shrek 1. So what's the story this time around? Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey are invited to Far, Far Away. Oops, I accidentally switched that. So Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey are invited to Far, Far Away, where Fiona is to introduce her parents to Shrek, which they admit she's turned into an ogre permanently. This pisses off her father, basically, and he gets Puss in Boots to try to assassinate Shrek, basically, and um, Shrek basically drinks this potion, which turns him into a human, and all sorts of crazy things happen. What I really like about this film is that it's one of those rare sequels that's at least almost as good as the original. It just is. It's got great comedy, great soundtrack, great animation, just so many good things about this movie. It's not even funny. Um, yeah. Shrek 2 is a film I'd suggest you go and see, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Next up is Shrek the Third. I'm going to have a really unpopular opinion for this movie. I actually think Shrek the Third is a good movie. Yup, I'm not even joking. I think this is a legitimately good movie. Great? No. But good? Yeah, I'd say it's a good movie. So what's the story this time around? Fiona is now pregnant, and Shrek has to go off on this adventure because apparently he's crowned as king, but he gets somebody else named Artie to try to be the king, and they go on this adventure, and then the second plot is the girls and Fiona's pregnancy, basically. That's what holds the movie back. I hate to tell you that, but that's the worst part of the entire movie. The scenes with Fiona and the getting ready for the baby scenes in this movie just make me fall asleep. However, when they get captured and they start to like fight and break out, that's where that storyline starts to get pretty entertaining. But I think Shrek's storyline in this film is good all the way through. The comedy is, while not as good as the first two, I think it's still pretty solid comedy. It's very, 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 very... I don't think it's as shocking as the first two is the thing. And then you got, the story is pretty good. Pretty good. And the characters are entertaining to meh. I really didn't like Prince Charming in this film. And the reason why, I know he was in Shrek 2, but he really wasn't that bad in Shrek 2. But I think he's the weakest Shrek villain by far. Farquaad and Fairy Godmother are by far better than he is. And as for Rumple, I'd get into a dispute if Rumple or Charming were worse. I'd say Rumple's probably worse, but I don't know. Shrek the Third is a good movie, and I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next up, last but not least, is Shrek Forever After. God, do I fucking hate this movie. This, in my opinion, is the worst Shrek movie. It's got almost nothing to do with the first three. To me, I think Shrek the Third should have been the final chapter. It would have ended it off with Shrek having kids, and that would have been a good ending. But they had to make this fucking movie. How is this a good ending? Like, seriously. It's all taking place in his imagination, basically, throughout the entire movie. So what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? This movie is basically all a dream. The comedy, I think, is bare minimum. It's terrible in this film. Then you got lackluster characters. I think Shrek is kind of entertaining in this film, but the only scene that got a chuckle out of me in this entire movie was where he scared the cat and then the cat jumped up and meowed. And I'm not talking about Puss. I think the new versions and the sort of dream world versions of the characters are just meta boring. And then you got the fucking characters. My God. Just Rumpelstiltskin, I think, is the worst Shrek villain. Holy fucking shit. I want to throw that little bastard out the fucking window. I don't say that about a lot of stuff, but really, he's really annoying. What else can I say? This is the only bad Shrek film, and I know a lot of people consider 3 worst, but I consider this the worst Shrek film, and I'm going to give this film a 5 out of 10. It's not the worst, but it's certainly nowhere near a good film. So that's basically gonna do it. Yeah. And that's my replica. Yes, I named her Lenny off the Loud House because I'm weird like that. But yeah, I'm going to show you what I got, speaking of the Loud House. And yeah, on to the second part of the video. Bye-bye. Now on to that second part I was talking about. So, you guys know, I got some thing in the mail. These are actually Christmas gifts. Yes, I am not kidding. These are fucking Christmas gifts. I got one in mid-January, and then I got the other just literally yesterday on the last day of February. So, yep. Those are the 2 Loud House comics. There will be chaos, and there will be more chaos. So, what these are basically are comic stories based on the Loud House. They're mini stories, basically, written by people on the Not some of them are, but they're Loud House stories put into comic form. I'll show you a really quick one. Here's one with Lori and Bobby. And you got, where's my favorite? Here we go. Love this one. Of course, Lenny's my favorite Loud sibling, so that obviously means I love it. This one's pretty funny. But I think my absolute favorite... Oh, this moment right here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. The Call. Just look at this damn comic. I know, this is pretty damn juvenile, but I find this still hilarious. This is why Lenny's the goddamn best. Seriously. That's the face she gave me in the bedroom tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Look at the extent they go to about Lincoln calling Ronnie Ann. They followed him miles and miles away. So that's it for that. We got Now we got There Will Be More Chaos. There you go. Something I forgot to do with There Will Be Chaos is the character bios, so if you want to read them and learn more about the Loud siblings, you can. Just pause this. Moo-ha-ha-ha-ha. Bobby. Alright, so then it starts here. This is a pretty good comic. Then you got where is it? The popsicle one. That's my personal favorite. Popsicle problems. Button. This one is not quite as good as There Will Be Chaos in my opinion, but it's still an enjoyable read. You have a carrot, but everyone else has pizza? Please tell me you're not a vegetarian. You're my favorite, and I honestly... Never mind. Alright, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This is the very first episode for Cartoon Do, and Cartoon Do here. See you later. Bye.